here is the long and short of it. To prove I'm still a man, I'm gonna take out my kielbasa. It's pigs in blankets. It's essentially a kielbasa that we're gonna wrap now in a Pillsbury dough. I call it by its French name, saucisson en croute. You got me? You know, we're not happy with the French right now, but they're very good at food. I actually do want to grill it a little bit and give it a little grilled flavor and make sure it's hot and put the wrap around it. We're just gonna let it cook like that for, figure another 2 or 3 minutes. Oh, it's starting to get soft in here. Mitch! Are you there? I'm taking the kielbasa off the fire! If you have a grill outside, I would argue that you're probably better off throwing it right on the grill outside for a couple of minutes, and that way you're not smoking up the entire home. What we've done is we've cooked off the kielbasa. We've given it that nice kind of crispy texture on the outside, and we need that to cool before we wrap it in this Pillsbury dough. I think it tells me to peel here. Wow, well, look at that. It actually does peel, and then after you peel it, I guess it's supposed to pop. Oh, look at that. It pops kind of. That is way cool. Look at that. Woo, baby. You always want to work with dough when it's cold and not mess around with it too much. Does this stuff open up? Is that the idea? Because I have no clue, really, honestly. Don't panic, anybody. We're in the kitchen. We're here to have some fun. We're unrolling some dough. We need to find a way to make this work for us. Do this, right? And then if we had a rolling pin, we would roll this dough out a little bit. Watch this, okay? You just got to think about this kind of stuff. What we want to do, we want to roll this out a little bit. This works just as well as a rolling pin. Let's roll it out that way because we want to get it the length of the kielbasa. That works. A little flour on the board wouldn't have been bad, but we're not that prepared. I'm going to throw this on top. That is one of the ugliest looking things I've ever seen in any kitchen in my life. This is going to be ugly, and I swear I don't care. You can see why I don't do much work in the pastry side of the business. And all I want to do now is I want to make sure that this thing wraps. It's encased. That's what we're looking for here. Oh, look at that. I'm actually impressed, frankly, all right? Believe it or not. So let's drop that in there. Bake it 350. So somewhere between 12 and 20 minutes we're gonna look in, and when we have a brown crust on the outside and it's puffy, we take it out of the oven, we're ready to go. I don't know about you, but I have to say that that is a fairly impressive looking production right there. Considering that we were in the midst of this enormous train wreck when I was making it. The point being that you can mess up in the kitchen and you can recover. And that's what I think we've done here. But the ultimate test will be actually in the eating itself. This is like a Shaquille O'Neal sandwich, this thing. Look at that thing, that is enormous. And this is the kind of product actually that you want to serve warm and hot. You're talking about the ultimate pig in blanket right there. Saucisson en croute, made with the kielbasa inside the pastry dough. Instead of cutting straight, as most people would normally do, what you want to do is you want to cut on the bias. You want to create interesting angles. This is the one place where bias is actually good. All right, that one's kind of a dog. That's going to be the one that I taste. While we could taste it plain, it would be crazy to be walking around with a big hot kielbasa and not be able to dip it in some sweet hot beaver. Warren, I'm worried about the beaver. That is this tangy, sweet hot mustard. Whoa. I'm so glad that I didn't eat today because that is good. I'm gonna say right here in front of you, that may not be beautiful food, but that is beautiful to eat. I'm telling you, that's the good stuff. That's the ultimate pig in blanket. Taste that stuff. It's awesome good. Anything wrong with that?